Put your drinks up in the sky. Go and leave it all behind. Just be free and live your life. Live it up tonight. Don't waste no time.
Hey y'all, welcome to another episode of Sippin with shrmjk. What is going on? How are you guys doing today? Why do I feel like my things are off? It may be. Anyway, how's y'all's weather? It is hot as hell in Kansas City. 104 index, whatever the case may be. I am not outside. I was outside earlier, but it is hot as hell. I can't deal with the outside. I get hot flashes. I get the sweating. I need like that big old jug of water to just keep me cooled off with a cold towel around my neck. Something. I just can't deal with the outside, y'all. The older I get, the worse the outside bothers me, and with my allergies and everything else. But anyway, I hope your weather is cool where you are. My friend Blue Ice was saying that it's 114 degrees where he at in Arizona. I'm like, it's hot as hell there. Like, good Lord. But yeah, so it's hot. Y'all stay cool. Sip on something. What y'all sipping on? Y'all know I always got something good in my cup. And when I'm outside, I don't drink alcohol because it's just going to drain me even more. Like I said, I keep drinking water. But when I'm inside, I can drink whatever I want to drink because I'm staying cool anyway. Anyway, happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. I am wishing you guys much love. And I know y'all going to be on the grill. Mother's Day. The mothers get like gifts and dinner and wine and dine and all this other stuff. And fathers, they either have to barbecue or cook dinner, or I don't know. It's not the same as Mother's Day. Unfortunately, it's not the same. But to all you great fathers out there that's doing your job, stepping up to the plate, doing what you need to do as a father. There's so many fathers out there that's not stepping up to the plate, that's not doing their job. But I'm not here to judge them because that's not my business. That's not my place. But I am going to talk about my father. Before I do that, I want to show y'all all of our bedroom candy things. It's Father's Day. It's Pride Month. It's Juneteenth. And we have a variety of everything for all the occasions. We have the Ready to Rumble. We have the Helping Hand. We have the body spray, the lotion. We have the beard oil. Don't forget the lube. We got the lube, the head to toe, the okay, this is the head to toe. What did I bring out? This is the fine. We have the Rise and Shine male cock ring, and we have the Them THEM body balm. More lube cubes, and we have the Them True Colors and the shot glasses. So this is just a little bit of what we have in our bedroom candy catalog. It's just a variety of different things to get your partner, your male, your guy where y'all want to be, to get y'all to that next level, and to help y'all just keep growing and keep your bedroom life spontaneous, and just keep it fun. Never get boring and never be like, oh, I know what we're gonna do. We've done the same thing over and over. You just gotta keep it spicy. So visit my website. You can get all these items on my website. You won't get them by Father's Day because tomorrow is Father's Day, but depending on when I post this video. But you can still post it for all occasions. These are just some things that I wanted to show y'all for Pride, because we don't discriminate. We love everybody. LGBTQA community, we have a variety of things for you guys. Guys and girls. I say guys. I'm just used to saying guys. But we have a variety of things for everybody. So, yeah, go visit my website. I'll drop it in the description box. And go over there and get y'all's goodies. Y'all's goodies. But anyway, I just want to talk about Father's Day and my dad. So I talk about different things, and I know I've mentioned before about I'm writing a book about my life story, my journey. I was in a relationship with a guy that was 9 years older than me. I didn't know my dad. I didn't meet him. my mom and my dad was in a relationship, and she wound up leaving, and this and that. And I have an older brother, and so my older brother got to meet him, but I didn't get to meet him because my mom had left the relationship. But when I turned 40, I got the news, like my brother invited me and my mom over and was telling me that he reached out to my Uncle Art and all this other stuff, and I was going to meet my dad. And I was like, oh my God, I just cried. Like, I've been wanting this for so long. Like, I've been wanting this forever, like just to meet my dad and stuff. And so anyway, I was at work and my mom called me and said I was going to get the call that my dad was going to be calling me. And I'm telling my coworkers, like, oh my God, I need to clock out in like 20 minutes because my dad's going to be calling me. They're like, your dad? Like, they knew what I had been going through. Ooh, excuse me. And so they were really surprised and shocked when I said my dad's going to be calling me. So anyway, I get the call from my dad, and it was the best feeling. Like, I'm on the phone and this number comes through. It's a California number. And so I answers the phone, and y'all, why was I shaking? Like, I was literally shaking. Like, I didn't even know what to say, what to do. And so I answered the call. I'm like, hello? And he's like, can I speak to Kiva? I said, this is her. And I just started crying. And he just kept saying, oh, don't cry. You know, I mean, 20 minutes later, I'm still crying. And all I said was, I love you so much. He's like, I love you too, and this, that, and stuff. And he was like, you know, do you want me to explain what happened? This is not. I'm like, no, I don't need no explanation. If you want to tell me your side of the story, you can, but it doesn't mean that much to me. I prayed. You have to be careful what you pray for. Like, I prayed that me and my brother would get to see my dad again. I prayed that my brother would get to see I prayed that, I heard a noise, sorry. I prayed that my brother would get to see our dad again, and I prayed that I would get to meet my dad. You know, some people search for their parents and all that stuff, and it may be a week, 2 weeks, or 3 months and stuff. They say, oh, your mom just passed away, or oh, your dad just passed away, whatever. You never got to meet them. You never got to put a face with the name or see if some of you is in that person, you know, if that makes sense. But I prayed and asked God for me to meet my dad. Like, that would be something that would really bring me joy. And so I got to meet my dad. And when I tell y'all, he was the best father. He passed away. He's gone. Rest in peace, Dad. But for 8 years, God allowed him to be in me and my brother's life. And my dad was glad to see his grandkids. He wound up taking them to, I want to say Disney World, Disneyland, Disney World, something like that. Took them there. They had a great time. It was just amazing. He bought my nephew tickets to see Rihanna because my nephew's a big Rihanna fan. So he got my nephew tickets to see Rihanna. I don't think he was trying to make up for lost years. I think he was just being the dad that he is. Like, he's like, this is what I'm doing. And my dad was ill and we didn't know it. My dad was real private, you know. So he didn't talk about a whole bunch of his stuff. That in that area, we are so different because I talk about every damn thing. I don't care. I'm talking about my business, what's going on, whatever. My dad was a real private. He never let people in his personal life, his personal space. And I tried to do that, but it's hard because I'm so used to being like, that's how I get things out. Like, I can't hold stuff in and let it bother me. Like, if I need to talk to somebody about something, I'll talk to him about it. But my dad, he was just a real private person. So he was sick. We didn't know about it. But I know, I'm not going to say I think, I know that God spared my dad them years so he can know his kids, know his grandkids, get to have fun with us, get to know us. People always say, you look just like your mom. You look like your mom and this and that. But then when they see pictures of my dad, they say, oh my God, you look like your daddy. You know, so I met him. And when we first talked before we got to California, we was getting everything prepared. My brother was getting his wife, the grandkids, the kids together and all that stuff. And I was like so nervous. And when I did talk to my dad on it was the day after my 40th birthday, we talked every single day. I called him like 3 times a day, in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening, and I would text him at night and say, good night, Dad, I love you, you know. And I know it probably got on his nerves, but he never let that be known. He just still like went with it, you know. He was like, when we was talking on the phone and stuff, and I was just talking to him about different things, and he was talking to me about who am I dating, what do I like, this and that. And I said, Dad, I really like American Idol. I talked to him about who I was dating or whatever, but that was a whole nother situation. But I was like, I really like American Idol, this and that, and Ruben Studdard's gonna be my husband one day. And he just laughed, you know, because my dad did know a lot of people in the music industry and all that other stuff. And so I was like, are you gonna watch American Idol? And this is that. It was like on a Tuesday or Wednesday at that time. So we would call each other and, you know, make sure that he's checking in on Idol. He was like, that girl can't sing. I don't know if she gonna make it through. So that was like our bonding time and this that and stuff. And then I texted him on one Tuesday and I said, Dad, American Idol's coming on in like 30 minutes. And he calls me precious. He said, you're so precious to me. You mean the world to me. You know, he called him Junior. No, what do you call my brother? Junior? Yeah, Junior. He's like, you and Junior mean the world to me. He said, you're so precious to me. You know, so he called me precious. And so, why am I reaching for a straw, y'all? I'm so used to having a straw. Oh, somebody's on my Ring doorbell. Anyway, they're going to have to wait. But I'm so used to reaching for a straw. Anyway, so he was like, Precious, I'm not at home. This, and that, whatever. He said, but as soon as I get home, he said, I'll call you and you can let me know who you like, who you voted for, X, Y, Z, all this stuff. So it's just so many fun memories and the things that me and my dad spent time together for the short time and all this and everything. And so my brother and sister-in-law and the grandkids wound up going out there, that I wound up going out there by myself so I can spend time with my dad by myself, you know. And I got a whole nother vibe when I went out there. I took him some Kansas City stuff and I'm like, Dad, what do you want? Like, no, Precious, I don't want anything. I don't need anything, this and that and stuff. And so he took care of us. Like when we went out there, my dad took care of us. Like we didn't have to worry about nothing. He had everything covered. That's just who he was, you know. And my mom said that when they was married, my dad always looked out for her. Like she didn't have to worry about this or worry about that or whatever the case may be. So he was an amazing father for the short time, 8 years that he was in our life. And I prayed and asked God for me to meet my father. I met my father, you know, and that's where it went. So it's like when you asking God for things, you have to be, you know, specific on some things. And I didn't know my dad was sick, so I can't say, Lord, let me meet my daddy and he be in my life for 20 years, you know, Lord, let me meet my daddy and, you know, this and that. You only go with what you know. And when God allowed me to meet my dad, I was like so grateful. I was thanking God. My dad was alive. He had went through some things in life or whatever. He was trying to explain that to me and all that. But I'm just like, I forgive you. Like, I love you. I care. I'm not even about to hold no grudge. I'm not a person that holds a grudge. I don't forget, but I move on and just be like, this is who I am. I'm not going to forget what people do or the things that my mom, and my mom, she never talked bad about my dad. She never was like, oh, he was a deadbeat dad. He cheated. He did. She explained what the relationship was like. And they got married at a young age and all that other stuff. So she did say he cheated or whatever. But she never talked down about him. She always lifted him up and talked about how good he was to her. You know, so it was funny, y'all, that put that back. That through all the years, 38 years, 30 something years, that they hadn't seen each other, they were still married. My mom never got divorced. My dad never got divorced. So I'm writing a book on all that. I would drop all that when that comes. But I just want to salute my dad for Father's Day because he is an amazing guy. He gave me the best 8 years that he was here on earth. And like I said, when he got sick and our cousin reached out to us and stuff, and me and my brother was like, what do we need to do? We need to get there and this and that and all this other stuff. And my dad was like, no, don't come. I don't need y'all coming here, X, Y, and Z. And I was so scared. Like I wanted to be there for my dad, but trying to respect his privacy, that he didn't want us to see him the way he was. Then we did that. We didn't go, and then we wound up going to California. I was at work, and my mama called me, and I worked at Price Chopper part-time, a grocery store, and I was in customer service. And so I was trying to get the drawers collected. I was trying to get ready to shut down for the night. I'm in the back, and I'm calculating the drawers, doing, like we do our coupons, how much they short at, whatever. And my mom calls me, and I see my phone lighting up, and she never calls me when I'm at work because she knows my work schedule. And so, well, I'll take that back. At the time, she didn't know my work schedule because I work extra hours during the week. So she called me, and she said, "Hey, baby, how you doing?" I said, "Hey, Mom, I'm good. How are you?" And she said, "Are you at work?" And I said, "Yes." And she said, "Okay, call me when you get off." And I'm like, "Okay." She said, "Call me as soon as you get off." I said, "Okay." And I said, "What's going on, Mama?" Like, her voice sounded like a little bit different. And she said, "No, call me when you get off of work." I said, "Okay, Mama." Then a couple minutes later, I get this next inbox on Facebook from my cousin. And she was like, "I'm so sorry, cousin. I love Uncle Art." Uncle Art, that's my uncle, his brother. I love, Lord Jesus, I just drew a blank. I love Uncle Kid. My dad's nickname was Kid. And she said, "I love Uncle Kid," like that. And I said, "What do you mean loved Uncle Kid?" And so then she said, "You didn't get the message or the news?" I said, "What news?" So I'm at work now. I done lost all concentration. Like, what the hell are y'all talking about? My mama done called me. My cousin done inboxed me. I'm so clueless to what is going on. So I guess I calls my store director on the thing. I'm like, "Hey, I think you need to come back here because I think I need to leave. I think I got a family emergency, whatever." So he's in the office with me and stuff, and I calls my mama back, and I'm like, "Mama, what is going on?" Like that. So I'm like, let me hop on Facebook, because unfortunately, people will drop shit on Facebook before they let the family or people know that what's going on. I don't know why they do that. Like, is Facebook the way to let people know? Like, I would never do no shit like that to nobody. If I find out that your family member passed away, Facebook is going to be the last place that I'm going to post it. I'm going to reach out to you, your family, whatever. So I wound up going to Facebook, and I did see that some family members was talking about my dad passing and all this other stuff. I called my mom, and I said, "Did my dad pass away?" And she said, "Yeah, baby, who told you?" And I said, "Facebook." I was like, "My cousin told me, and Facebook told me." And so I just broke down crying. I'm in the office. She's trying to stay on the phone with me. She's like, "I don't want you to drive home, this and that." So I'm trying to call my brother, which is, he's at another event, and people are reaching out to him. I don't know how, I think he said Facebook or something. But anyway, it was just crazy the way things wound up going on. And we were going out to California to clean up his apartment, do this and do that and stuff. And, just get his apartment together. And so while we was there, we was cleaning it, and I was really trying not to cry, because I'm like, I was just here. Like, I was like literally in here. And y'all, I sleep with the TV on, and my dad let me sleep in his bed because he had a 1-bedroom apartment. He lived in a senior citizen place in Long Beach, California. And so I slept in his bed, and he slept on the couch. And I said, "Dad, I don't want you to sleep on that couch. Like, you sleep in the bed, I can sleep on the couch, to be comfortable." He's like, "Precious, I'm not about to let you sleep on the couch, So I slept in the bed. I had the TV on. My dad came in there to try to find the remote. And he was like, "Where's the remote at?" And this, that, and stuff. And mind you, I sleep with the remote, my phone, what else? I sleep with all that on the side of my bed. So, well, if I'm in a relationship, I don't. But when I'm single, I do. And at that time, I was in a relationship. When I went to my dad's house, I wound up putting it on the side of the bed because I knew I was in the bed by myself. So Dad was trying to find the remote and stuff, and he couldn't find the remote because he said it was propped under my breast. That's probably too TMI. But the way he was telling it, it was so funny. So he said he just wound up turning the light on and going up to the TV and hitting the power button just to turn it off. But that, just so many fun memories and all that other stuff about my dad and all this. So, yeah, so when he passed away, we wound up going to California, getting his ashes and all that other stuff. And we was cleaning out his apartment It was me, my brother, my sister-in-law, my cousin Kelly, and we wanted to clean out his apartment. Then we wound up going to dinner with the family and all that stuff. And I was like, I'm sad, but I'm not sad. Like I asked God for us to meet, with my brother to see his dad again, and me to meet my dad, and God allowed that to happen. And so we asked what he passed away from and all that other stuff, and like he lived a little bit longer. And so I love my dad. I miss him every single day. Our conversations, I still have his name in my phone, like Dad, his phone number. I won't call that number because I'm sure it's somebody else's number, but yeah, but those are memories of my dad that I love, I miss, and I'll cherish forever. So I say happy Father's Day to my daddy, Lawrence Kid Choi Evans. They called him Kid. His middle name was Choi. Lawrence Choi Evans. I love you, Dad. I miss you. Rest in peace. What they say, gone but never forgotten. Never, ever, ever. So I will always, the things that we talked about, and I was going through something with the boyfriend that I was with at the time, because he felt like I neglected his time for my dad's time. But I was like, you can't do that to me. Like, this is a moment I've been waiting for forever. And now you're worried about your time. Like, I got to California. We went to the wax museum. We wound up going to Hollywood Boulevard. We was all over the place. I wasn't thinking about Kansas City and nobody here. And so when he got in his feelings because I wasn't reaching out to him, I'm like, well, that's selfish to me, because you know what this moment means to me. So me and my dad took a walk, and we was walking and stuff like that. And my dad was just talking to me, and just about different things and stuff like that. And I was like, Dad, I appreciate this, and this and that, whatever. So then we got back to the house. Me, my dad, and my mom was in the room and stuff, and we were just talking. So then my older brother came in, and he was just like, I'm glad that you can be here for her now, and this and that. And I'm like, no, bro, like, I need you too. Like, I'm not going to swipe away from everything you've done for me as my big brother, because he took the place of our dad when me and my two brothers. Like, he took the place of my dad. Or I won't say take the place. He stepped in like a dad when it was me and my two brothers. So when I met my dad, I'm like, I'm not going to take away from you being my big brother. Like, I appreciate you for everything that you've done. So it was just kind of wild. But y'all, when I tell y'all it was the most amazing experience, if you ever searching for your dad, your mom, or whatever, reach out to people. We found my dad through my uncle, which is an actor, but I know there's different things and online things that you can reach out to find your siblings or your mom or dad or somebody. So don't ever give up hope. I almost gave up hope. I'm like, I ain't gonna never find my dad. I'm gonna give up, but then I'm like, I'm gonna keep on searching because I don't want to give up. Like, I believe that this prayer that I prayed to God is gonna come, and it's gonna happen. And it did. It happened. So I'm grateful. I'm blessed. I'm just happy. And I wish him a happy Father's Day, a birthday, everything, because he was an amazing, amazing father. So I don't know why I'm getting choked up. Well, I know why I'm getting choked up, but again, happy Father's Day to my daddy. I love you. I miss you. May you rest in peace. All the fathers out there, my brothers, go and follow my YouTube family, my fathers out there, Black Voice, Trey from Trey and Nene, CJ from CJ and Sharice. Let me think. Tim from Yaya's Best Life. Go and follow the fathers out there. Just send them some love and support. Because I know a lot of times I've dated guys that deal with baby mamas and drama and all that other stuff. Some wanted to be in their kids' life. Some didn't want to be in their kids' life. So I don't have any kids, so I never had to deal with that. But I know from seeing the people that I've dealt with, it's a lot going on. And fathers don't get a lot of credit as mothers do. And there's some good fathers out there. Really, I have brothers as good fathers, you know. So uncles, cousins, nephews as good fathers. So I want to give credit where credit is due. You know, if you got kids and you're not taking care of them, but you take care of your girlfriend kids and all that other stuff, or you buy you Jordans and your kids ain't got no Jordans, or you going to the barbershop every week, go pick your son up, take him to the barbershop. Sometimes it's the little things. It don't matter if you spend a whole bunch of money on them. Go pick them up, go get ice cream, see how their day is going. Go pick him up, go to the barbershop. Let him get his hair cut. Let him get it however he wanted to. It's the little things that count. Because I know as a kid, not having a father, my mom didn't have all these men around us. My mom didn't play that shit at all, period. It wasn't no uncle, this is your, no, she didn't play that shit, no. So I've seen people that, you know, had dads and all that stuff around them or different things. And so it's just the little things that count with kids and spending time with them. And there's dads that have their own kids and have stepkids. They get in a relationship with a woman that already has a kid. And they take that child on as theirs, you know. So there's so many different things and stuff. There's so many people to shout out. I don't even have enough YouTube space because y'all know I like to keep y'all long. But I have a lot of family members, a lot of friends, and people that I know that pick on that daddy, you know, role, you know. So shout out to y'all. But I'm about to get up off of here because I done held y'all too long, too long. Go and visit my website, get all this bedroom candy goodness. And I will see y'all next time. Like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you'll know when I come on to run my mouth about whatever I want to talk about. Drop in the comments and let me know what you sipping on. And happy Father's Day. Deuces.